Hi, this is globalinvestorradio.com with our new weekly series Investigate the World, Episode 1. This chart here, Arcadia Pharmaceuticals, ticker symbol ACAD, is clearly going parabolic, and I feel it's a dangerous time at the moment. And if you are long this particular stock, be prepared for some wild gyrations. It's being touted around in email inboxes at the moment, and I would suspect that the process of changing from strong to weak hands has already begun. From really the $8 level, the $12 level, professionals have been selling out. This market, I believe, is moving up too fast, too soon. It's been a fantastic rise, but it's exhibiting some volume danger signals, and I would just be very careful at the moment about holding on any long positions of Arcadia. Just to show you what it looks like on the weekly, fantastic base here, fantastic consolidation area slightly above the base of 2010, and then you see it moving up. We've got one consolidation here, a small one here, another one here, and another one here. So if we count this as 1, 2, 3, possibly 4, it looks like this move is coming to an end. But again, price action is the only confirmation that we can rely on with confidence. Now, Dell Inc. has been in the news in the last few months with Carl Icahn buying up the shares and looking to push the price as high as possible so Michael Dell can come in and buy the company back from him. With his partners, Carl Icahn is trying to make it as difficult as possible. Huge volume coming in, I think over 70 million shares there. I would say that this downtrend has been broken here, but I would suspect that this stock is going to take a while to form a solid foundation and build up some decent base action before it takes off. And if you see here as well, the long-term trend, if you follow my mouse, you know, it's on the cusp, and we just waiting really to see what happens. But usually how these companies play out is once it has made the headlines and it has been bought out and eventually it's all settled, there'll be a lot of buying coming to the market, and they'll probably be too early, too soon, and it will take a while longer for the market to move higher, and the people that bought too early will lose patience and sell out, and the professionals will again buy in. But again, I mean, I'm not making any judgment on this stock at this particular time, simply because it really isn't conforming to any decent base action at the moment, but it definitely looks like one to watch for the future. And if we go back to Dell back in days gone past, beautiful accumulation action, and what a move upwards. It was a fantastic move up with big distribution at the top and a big shakeout. Hang Seng Index in Hong Kong, if you look here from 1990, steady uptrends to around the 1997 period. Big consolidation area up until 2006. Reminds me really of America during 1968 to 1982, that sort of period. But here we've got it moving up again into a new consolidation area, and at the moment it looks to be staying above this consolidation area and really just waiting for a few shocks to come out of China, the final shakeout to happen in these markets in the Far East, and then it will probably be an excellent buying opportunity. This is the Hang Seng on the 5-year. Again, it's dipping below these pivotal points here, and these moves up as well, if you follow my mouse, were lower than these moves, so I still wouldn't be as confident, and it looks like it's curving around as well, so I still think that there's time to go for this consolidation to develop into something decent and something worthwhile, a solid foundation to build a big base from. But again, at these levels at the moment, everyone's expecting bad news out of China, and it's going to take a while at least for the Hang Seng to take off, but it's looking to be pretty good in terms of the Hang Seng forming a decent consolidation area over the last 3 years. Represents much better value really than what I'm finding in America at the moment. Straits Times Index from Singapore, again you've got a nice steady upward trend, but again you've got a consolidation area forming above the old highs, with apart from the big dip down in 2008 during the Great Recession. We moved up nicely, but it hasn't participated really in the bull market as we've seen in America and other countries, and it's building a nice consolidation for the future. Here's the 5-year chart, and it's looking pretty good on here. It looks like it's building a solid base foundation here at this higher level consolidation, and I would suspect at least in the next 2 or 3 years for this market to be somewhere around the 4 to 4,500 level, and I don't think we'll see it top out below 6,000. So my next target on the Straits Times Index over the next 5 years would be around the 6,000 mark. But again, I'm expecting a few shocks to come out of China. There's some great looking stocks undervalued in China at the moment. I just feel that the base that the Shanghai index is developing is going to take a little while longer, and there usually is a bit more negativity before the end of a low area, a low base area comes about. There usually is one more shock to drive people to sell, and that's when people pick up large amounts of shares for very good value. The Boa Vispa here, 5 years, as you can see, a big move up here where my mouse is, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Hang Seng, maybe how that looks, and it dips down and it comes back up, and it's dropped below a pivotal point here, down to the 45,000 area, and it's moved back up. I think it's sitting around the 48,500 mark at the moment. Again, I have no real opinion on this market apart from the fact that it does look to be heading lower, and I know they have to bring in some serious reforms in Brazil as well. There are some decent looking stocks there individually, but again, I think it's too early for this market at the moment to be looking at any longer term positions. The Oak Trader report is released every Sunday. We've been covering Canadian and Australian stocks with some Japanese stocks as well last Sunday. Check it out. You can have a look at it on globalinvestorradio.com and click the tab Oak Trader report. I just wanted to show you a couple of websites as well that people have asked me about that I go on. One of them is breakingnews.com. Again, I'm not into trading off news, but it's a serious addiction. Once you start becoming interested in global news, it's a very hard a very hard addiction to break. And this is one of the sites that I look at. I look at it about 3 or 4 times a day, and it goes globally around the world. So when Asia starts waking up, it's 2:52 in the morning in Hong Kong. But once Asia starts waking up, you'll see more Asian news on here. Because it's coming up to 3 o'clock in the afternoon in America, it's more American news. But it's a good website to keep up to date with what's happening around the world. Francis Bacon. These are the essays of Francis Bacon. A lot of the autobiographies I've read have mentioned these essays as something that stimulated them and taught them about life and how to act as well. So this is a very good page that I'd recommend to go on if anyone's interested in reading the essays of Francis Bacon. Coindesk.com is a great way to keep up with all the Bitcoin news that's happening. It's going to be huge in the next 5 or 10 years, Bitcoin. It's a very small trend that's developing at the moment, but I feel in the next 3 or 4 years that the Bitcoin trend will definitely go mainstream. People are getting fed up with manipulated currencies, and it's great for internet entrepreneurs as well. So I feel that the only way is up for Bitcoin at the moment. It's going to take a long time, but this is one website that I've found that is very clear and concise, and anyone who's a beginner on Bitcoin or anyone who's interested in learning more about Bitcoin, definitely check out Coindesk.com. If you've got an iPhone, Wicar.com is based in San Francisco. It's a good way to send encrypted messages. A lot of traders are using it in Hong Kong on the trading floors. I wonder why, but again, it's a great tool, a great app to have on your iPhone. TunnelBear, it's a virtual private network. If you haven't used a VPN before, you can't use TunnelBear for trading. You need your own separate independent VPN. but it's a good way to introduce you to virtual private networks and just to have a fiddle around with it. And it's a very decent program, and it runs well as well. Anyone interested in football, which I am as well, this guy writes great finance articles on football, soccer as you Americans like to call it, and it's well worth checking out. The guy's called the Swiss Rambler, and he writes some fantastic articles. And just one more as well, the War Commentaries of Caesar. Anyone interested in tactics or history, or just listening to a great audiobook, I highly recommend this on YouTube, the War Commentaries of Caesar, all about his Gallic Wars from 2060 odd years ago. Of course there's a lot of propaganda in it, but it is a fantastic listen, and it's well worth checking out as well. Okay, that's it, over and out, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for